students, myself Mr. Zadav sir. I welcome all of you in our Shantiniketan online classes which is taken by New Vision Academy app. Friends, today we are going to learn the last chapter of unit first 1.5, his first flight. At the previous video we have learned that the English warming up activity. We have learned that warming up activity of this chapter 1.5. Friends, in this chapter there is a seagull who is a young seagull who is afraid at the beginning to fly. At the beginning. But when his father or his mother starved him all 2 days, then he became so hungry and maddened by the food, he swept into the space, and that's why he learned how to fly. So here his means the young seagull's first flight. त्या तरुण किंवा जे यंग सीगल आहे, छोटा सीगल पक्षी, त्या सीगल पक्षाची पहिली फ्लाइट म्हणजे उडान. मागच्या वेळेमध्ये आपण विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो आपण पाहिलेलं आहे या धड्याचं वॉर्मिंग अप ऍक्टिव्हिटी, आणि आता आपण या धड्याचं स्पष्टीकरण म्हणजे धडा प्रत्यक्ष आपण पाहणार आहोत. त्या धड्यामध्ये एक यंग सीगल असतो, समुद्र पक्षी, जो की त्याच्या सुरुवातीला तो उडण्यासाठी आकाशामध्ये उडण्यासाठी थोडस तो घाबरत असतो, आणि जेव्हा त्याच्या आई वडिलांनी त्याला काही वेळेस उपाशी ठेवलं, काहीच अन्न दिलं नाही, कसल्या प्रकारची फिश दिली नाही त्याला खायला, त्यावेळेस मात्र तो भुकेने व्याकुळ झाला होता, आणि भुकेने व्याकुळ झाल्यामुळं अखेरीस त्याला उडान घ्यावी लागली, आणि ती उडान म्हणजेच हिज फर्स्ट फ्लाइट. हियर हिज मीन्स द यंग सीगल्स फर्स्ट फ्लाइट. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न धिस चॅप्टर. आता आपण हा धडा शिकत आहोत. इच अँड एव्हरीवन हॅव टू ओपन युअर टेक्स्ट बुक अँड पेज नंबर ऑफ दिस टेक्स्ट बुक इज 31. प्रत्येकाने आपल्या टेक्स्ट बुकचं पेज नंबर 31 काढायचंय. फर्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू रीड द फर्स्ट पॅरेग्राफ. पहिल्यांदा आपण पहिला पॅरेग्राफ वाचत आहोत. पहा, सर्वांचं लक्ष हे पुस्तकाकडे असलं पाहिजे, पुस्तक समोर असलं पाहिजे तुमच्या. नाउ read it. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. His 2 brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. The great expanse of the sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shortened than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings and flew away, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. His father and mother had come around calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. But for the life of him, he could not move. We will read this paragraph. Now we are going to learn the explanation in English of this paragraph. In that story, there is the family of seagull. या ठिकाणी सीगलची एक फॅमिली आहे, त्या सीगलच्या फॅमिली बद्दलची स्टोरी आहे. पहा, हियर द यंग सीगल वॉज अलोन ऑन हिज लेज. ऍट बिफोर दॅट, याच्या अगोदर आपण याची व्होकॅब्युलरी दिलेली आहे, ती व्होकॅब्युलरी पाहूया आपण. या ठिकाणी पहिला शब्द दिला पहा, लेज, LEDG, लेज. इट्स मीन इन इंग्लिश a narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or cliff. इथं प्रोजेक्टिंग फ्रॉम अ क्लिफ या धड्यामध्ये आहे. याचा अर्थ खडकाचा एक अरुंद भाग म्हणजे कंगोरा, खडकाचा एक कंगोरा, ज्यामध्ये की खडकाचा असा भाग असतो पहा, निमुळता भाग आतमध्ये गेलेला, आणि ह्या भागामध्ये पक्षी वगैरे त्यांची घरटे करून राहतात, त्यालाच लेज म्हणले जातं. देन देयर इज सेकंड वर्ड ब्रिंक. द एज ऑफ अ स्टीप प्लेस म्हणजे उभ्या खडकाचा कठडा. हा जो भाग आहे याला ब्रिंक म्हणलं जाते एवढ्या भागाला. देन थर्ड, टू मस्टर अप करेज, टू गॅदर करेज, धैर्य एकवटणे. देयर इज अ फोर्थ वर्ड, श्रीली, इन अ लाऊड और हर्ष व्हॉइस. त्याचा मराठीत अर्थ कर्कश. देन फिफ्थ वर्ड, अपब्रेंडिंग, इट्स मीन इन इंग्लिश स्कॉल्डिंग, आणि मराठीमध्ये त्याचा अर्थ खरडपट्टी काढणे. त्यानंतर सिक्स वर्ड, स्कीम, इट्स मीन इन इंग्लिश मूव लाइटली जस्ट अबोव द सरफेस, पृष्ठभागाला स्पर्श करून वरचेवर निघून जाणे, वरच्यावर जाणे. देन सेवन्थ नंबर, हेरिंग, अ सॉफ्ट फाईन सी फिश, इट्स मीन इन मराठी गुळगुळीत असा एक मासा, जो की खाण्यासारखा, खाण्यायोग्य असलेला मासा, जो की उत्तर अटलांटिक समुद्रामध्ये महासागरामध्ये तो राहतो पहा. देन एट नंबर, डिव्होर, डिव्होरचा विच मीन इट अप हंग्रीली, आणि मराठी अर्थ गिळंकृत करणे. देन नाईट, कॅकल, कॅकल, अटर अ स्टील क्राय, कलकल असा आवाज करणे. देन 11th वर्ड, कावर्डाइज, इट्स मीन इन इंग्लिश लॅक ऑफ करेज टू फेस डेंजर, मराठी मीनिंग भित्रेपणा. It is the vocabulary of that paragraph. Now we are going to learn this paragraph's explanation in English. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. In that, of that family of seagulls, there are the 5 family members, 6 family members. Among them, there is 2 brothers. Here, the young seagull. Look at that. He is a seagull, and he has 2 brothers, a sister, and father and a mother. So this is the family of 6 members. Now here, young seagull, he lived in that ledge. Here was young seagull. Look at that. A young seagull was alone on his ledge. He was alone on that ledge. Ledge means that area of the cliff. Cliff चा तो भाग. He was alone on that ledge. Ledge means a narrow horizontal shelf which is made to the cliff. So on that narrow ledge, on that narrow horizontal shelf, narrow shelf, the young seagull was alone on that shelf. His 2 brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. He was alone there because his 2 brothers, he had 2 brothers and he has a sister. So they all had already flown away. They all had already flown away a day before. So he had been afraid to fly with them. His 2 brothers and sister had already flown away a day before, but he cannot fly. He cannot fly with them. So he had been afraid to fly with his siblings. Siblings means brothers and sisters. He cannot fly with his siblings because he had afraid to fly with his siblings. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. When his brothers and sister had flown away, then somehow he tried to fly. He came to run forwards. Somehow he came to the run forwards at the edge of that cliff, edge of that ledge. So somehow he had taken a little run forward. Somehow that young seagull taken a run to the forward at the edge of that ledge to the brink of the ledge, and then he attempted to flap his wings, and when he came to the brink of that edge, he attempted to flap his wings. Somehow he attempted to flap his wings, but he could not fly, because he became afraid at that time. So he could not fly with his siblings. The great expanse of the sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. And when he came to the edge of that ledge, and then he saw that beneath him there was a great expanse of sea. He saw beneath that there was a great sea which is beneath him. So he thought that he could not fly into the space. He could not jump because he afraid that there was a long and vast sea beneath him. So he saw when he came to the brink of the ledge, that time he saw that there was a great expanse of the sea, and also he saw that that sea was stretched up the miles and miles down. So he felt certain that his wings would never support him. Also he felt certain that his wings could not fly at that vast and expanse sea. So he thought himself that his wings would never support him, and then so he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. And then he thought that his wings would never support him, so he bent his head and he went back to this hole where he slept at the night time. He went to there. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shortened than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings and flew away, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. Even when his two brothers and his sister had already flown away, so even when each of his brothers and his sisters and their wings were far shortened with him. So his brothers and sisters' wings were so shortened, and his wings are longer than his brothers and sisters' wings. So whose wings were shortened than his own. So he ran to the brink. So he lastly ran to the brink, flapped their wings. He ran to the edge of the cliff and he flapped his wings. And then lastly all their brothers and his brother and sister had fled away. But he failed to muster of courage. Means the seagull failed to muster of courage, to gather the courage. He could not gather the courage to take that plunge, to take that flight which appeared to him so desperate, because he thought that his wings would never support him to fly at that great expanse of the sea. So he could not take his flight. His father and mother had come around calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. And that time his father and mother had came around to him when he came at the edge of that ledge, and then his father and mother came around to him, and his mother and father, means his parents, calling him very shrilly, very loudly, in harsh voice. His father and mother called him very harsh voice, and also they were threatening him, they were scolding him, that they scolding him and they also threatening him, they also give the threat to him that they would let starve him all the time, all the days, unless he didn't fly. So his parents gave him the threatening that unless he did not fly, then unless he fly, then his mother and father could not give him the food. So they threaten him that they will starve, means stay without food. They will stay without food him unless he fly. But for the life of him, he could not move. But for the life of him, he feared that when he took the flight, that time he could not leave. So he feared that his wings would also never support him. So for his life, if he thought himself that if he took the flight, he could not leave. So he thought that his wings would never support him. So for his own life, he could not move forward. He could not take the flight. Now look the meaning in Marathi of that paragraph. या पॅरेग्राफचा मराठीचा अर्थ आपण पाहूया. द यंग सीगल वॉज अलोन ऑन हिज लेज. या ठिकाणी हे जे यंग सीगल होतं, हे यंग सीगल त्या लेजवर, त्या कटड्यावर एकटंच होतं. काय एकटं होतं? कारण हिज टू ब्रदर्स अँड हिज सिस्टर हॅड ऑलरेडी फ्लोन अवे द डे बिफोर. कारण त्याचे 2 भाऊ आणि 1 बहीण हे अगोदरच, 1 दिवस अगोदरच त्या लेजवरून उडान घेऊन त्या समुद्राकडे गेलेले होते. ही हॅड बीन अफ्रेड टू फ्लाय विथ देम. आणि त्याबरोबरच याला त्यांच्या बहीण भावासोबत उडान घ्यायला भीती वाटत होती. तो घाबरला होता. Somehow when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. आणि कसा बसा हा तो त्याच्या ठिकाणापासून त्या लेज, त्या कटड्यापर्यंत पुढे कसा बसा धावत यायचा, पळत यायचा. अँड फ्लॅप हिज विंग्स. आणि त्याबरोबर त्याचे पंखही तो फडफडायचा. बट ही बिकेम अफ्रेड. परंतु त्यानंतर मात्र त्याला उडान घ्यायची भीती वाटायची. का भीती वाटायची? कारण तो खाली पाहायचा, त्या कटड्यावरून खाली पाहायचा आणि खाली त्याला काय दिसायचं? द ग्रेट एक्सपान्स ऑफ सी स्ट्रेच्ड बिनीथ डाऊन हिम. कारण त्या ठिकाणी असलेला जो विस्तृत समुद्र आहे, त्या समुद्राचा एक्सपान्स मोठा असा तो असलेला संपूर्ण पसरलेला तो समुद्र हे त्याला खाली दिसायचा. आणि तो समुद्र मैलानुमैल पसरलेला आहे हे त्याच्या लक्षात यायचं. आणि त्यामुळे त्याला वाटायचं की एवढ्या मोठ्या अंतरावर आपण झेप घेऊ शकत नाही. आणि त्यानंतरही त्याला वाटायचं, ही फेल्ट सर्टेन दॅट हिज विंग्स वुड नेव्हर सपोर्ट हिम. त्याला असं वाटायचं की त्याचे पंख त्याला सपोर्ट करणार नाहीत, याची त्याला भीती होती. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. So he bent his head. म्हणून तो त्याचा हेड, त्याचं डोकं खाली झुकवायचा आणि पुन्हा तो परत ज्या ठिकाणी संध्याकाळी तो झोपी जायचा त्या ठिकाणी त्या छिद्रामध्ये जाऊन बसायचा. ज्या ठिकाणी तो संध्याकाळी झोपायचा त्या ठिकाणी जाऊन तो परत बसला. इवन वेन इच ऑफ हिज ब्रदर्स अँड हिज सिस्टर्स. आणि असं असतानाही जेव्हा त्याचे भाऊ आणि बहीण हुज विंग्स वेअर फार शॉर्टन दॅन हिज विंग्स, त्याच्या भाऊ आणि बहिणीचे पंख हे त्या यंग सीगलच्या पंखापेक्षा खूप लहान होते, अकूट झाले होते, तरी सुद्धा ते त्याच्यासोबत म्हणजे तो यंग सीगल त्याच्या भावासोबत उडू शकला नाही. ही फेल टू मस्टर अप करेज. तो धैर्य एकवटायला थोडासा फेल झाला, अपयशी ठरला. टू टेक दॅट प्लंग म्हणजे ही उडी घ्यायला थोडासा तो धैर्य एकवटू शकला नाही. आणि त्याला असं वाटलं, इट अपियर टू हिम सो डिस्परेट, ही काय आपल्याला शक्य गोष्ट नाही. म्हणजे आपण या एवढ्या मोठ्या समुद्राच्या सानिध्यामध्ये उडी घेणं हे काही शक्य नाही असं त्याला वाटलं. हिज फादर अँड मदर हॅड कम अराउंड कॉलिंग हिम टू श्रीली अपब्रेंडिंग हिम. आणि त्याचे फादर आणि मदर म्हणजे त्याचे पॅरेंट्स हे त्याच्या अवतीभोवती त्या ठिकाणी आले. त्याचे पॅरेंट्स त्याला कॉलिंग हिम श्रीली कर्कश आवाजामध्ये त्याला बोलले. आणि ऑल्सो अपब्रेंडिंग हिम त्याबरोबर त्याची खरडपट्टी काढली, त्याला बोलही लावले. आणि ऑल्सो थ्रीटनिंग हिम आणि त्याला थ्रीटन केलं म्हणजे धमकी दाखवली. कशाची? टू लेट हिम स्टार्व ऑन हिज लेज अनलेस यू फ्लीव अवे. जोपर्यंत तू उडणार नाहीस तोपर्यंत आम्ही तुला पूर्णतः उपवासी ठेवू, म्हणजे कसल्या प्रकारचं खायला देणार नाही. बट फॉर द लाईफ ऑफ हिम ही कुड नॉट मूव्ह. परंतु स्वतःचे प्राण वाचण्यासाठी, स्वतःच्या प्राणासाठी तो काही उडू शकला नाही. Now look at the next paragraph. That was 24 hours ago. Since then nobody had come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devoured it standing on a rock, while his parents circled around raising a proud cackle. And all the morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau meadow midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him for his cowardice. Now we are going to learn explanation in English of that paragraph. That was 24 hours ago. So when his two brothers and sister had flown away, and when his mother and father threatened him, that things happened 24 hours. So that was 24 hours. Since then, from that time, nobody had came near him. Nobody means his not his father, mother, brothers and sister. Nobody had came near him for or give him the food. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents. And the previous day, he had only watched his parents, and his parents were, he watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sisters, and he watched that his parents were flying with his brothers and sisters, and they were, means his fathers and mothers were perfecting their brothers and sisters in the art of flight. They were perfecting his siblings. They were teaching them how to skim the waves. They also teaching them how to skim the waves. Skim means move lightly just above the surface. Here the young seagull's parents were teaching his brothers and sister how to skim the waves, and also how to dive for fish, how to dive to catch the fish. That's things the young seagull's parents teaching to his brothers and sisters. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on a rock, while his parents circled around him, raising a proud cackle. And he had seen from that cliff that his brother had caught a fish and he devoured it. His brother had scorched the herring. Herring means the smooth and fine fish. His brothers had caught the smooth and fine fish, and also he had devoured it, means he had eaten it hurriedly, and he saw that he means his brother standing on the rock, while his parents circle around, raising a proud cackle. When his brother had caught the fish and he devoured it on the standing from the rock, and that time when their mother and father saw that, that time his parents circled around him by raising a proud cackles, means his father congratulating him for taking the first flight. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau below midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him for his cowardice. And all the morning, and the next morning, all that morning, the whole family, means his two brothers, his sister, his mother and his father, they all had walked about on the big plateau. They walked on that big plateau, and also it was midway. Midway means enter down the opposite cliff, and they came opposite of that cliff, and when they came opposite of that cliff, they had taunted to him for his cowardice. Cowardice means for his lack of courage to face danger, for his cowardice. His all family taunting to him for his cowardice. Now look it into Marathi. That was 24 hours ago. त्या गोष्टीला जवळपास 24 तास होऊन गेले होते, म्हणजे त्याचे आई वडील तिथून निघून जाऊन जवळपास 24 तास होऊन गेले होते. सिन्स देन नोबडी हॅड केम नियर हिम, आणि तेव्हापासून त्याच्याजवळ कोणीही परत आलेले नव्हतं. द डे बिफोर ऑल डे long he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sisters, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. आणि द डे बिफोर म्हणजे अगोदरच्या दिवशी ऑल डे संपूर्ण दिवसभर he had watched, त्यांनी वरून त्या ह्या क्लिफ वरूनच त्यांनी पाहिलं. काय पाहिलं की त्याचे पॅरेंट्स आई वडील हे त्याच्या भावंडांना, म्हणजे 2 भावांना आणि त्याच्या बहिणींना शिकवत होते, म्हणजे त्यांच्या अवतीभोवती खेळत होते, आणि त्याबरोबरच त्यांना परफेक्टिंग म्हणजे त्यांना परफेक्ट करत होते, शिकवत होते, टीचिंग करत होते देम इन द आर्ट ऑफ फ्लाइट. फ्लाइट कशी घ्यायची, उडान कशी घ्यायची हे शिकवत होते. हाऊ टू स्कीम द वेव्स, त्याबरोबरच लाटांना स्कीम म्हणजे वरच्यावर स्ट्रेच करून, वरच्यावर स्पर्श करून वरच्यावर कसं निघून जायचं हेही शिकवत होते. आणि त्याबरोबरच हाऊ टू डाईव्ह फॉर फिश, आणि मासा पकडण्यासाठी कशा पद्धतीने डाईव्ह मारायची हेही त्याचे पॅरेंट्स त्यांना, त्याच्या भावंडांना शिकवत होते. हे सर्व गोष्टी कोण पाहत होता, तो यंग सीगल कुठून पाहत होता, ह्या क्लिफवरून, ह्या कटड्यावरून तो पाहत होता पूर्ण दिवसभर. ही हॅड इन फॅक्ट सीन his older brother catch his first herring and devoured it standing on rock while his parents circle around raising a proud cackle. आणि प्रत्यक्षात त्यांनी पाहिलं, he had seen that, त्यांनी पाहिलं की त्याचा जो ओल्डर ब्रदर होता, मोठा भाऊ, त्याच्या मोठ्या भावाने एक त्याची स्वतःची हेरिंग कॅच केली होती, स्वतःचा एक मासा त्याने पकडला होता आणि तो मासा खात होता. कुठे बसून, स्टँडिंग ऑन अ रॉक, एका रॉकवर उभं राहून तो ते मासा खात असलेला त्यांनी पाहत होता. आणि त्याच वेळेला व्हाईल हिज पॅरेंट्स, म्हणजे त्याचे आई वडील मात्र सर्कल अराउंड हिम, म्हणजे ज्या भावाने फिश कॅच केली होती त्या भावाच्या अवतीभोवती सर्कल करून ते त्याला प्राऊड कॅकल करत होते, म्हणजे मोठ्या अभिमानाने कलकल असा आवाज त्याच्या अवतीभोवती करत होते. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him for his cowardice. आणि all that next morning, आणि दुसऱ्या दिवशी सकाळी सर्व फॅमिली वॉक अबाउट ऑन द बिग प्लेटू मिडवे डाऊन, खाली असलेल्या मध्यभागात असलेला जो मोठा जे प्लेटू आहे, पठार, त्या पठारावर संपूर्ण फॅमिली चालत होती. आणि त्याबरोबरच तो पठार हे कुठं होतं, ऑपोजिट ऑफ दॅट क्लिफ, त्या क्लिफच्या म्हणजे त्या कटड्याच्या ऑपोजिट बाजूला होतं. आणि ते सर्वजण टॉन्टिंग हिम, त्या यंग सीगलला टॉन्टिंग करत होते. टॉन्टिंग मीन्स डिवचत होते किंवा चिडवत होते, टोमणे मारत होते. कशाबद्दल, फॉर हिज कावर्डाईज, त्याच्या भित्रेपणाबद्दल त्याला सर्वजण टोमणे मारत होते. यानंतरचा आपण या व्हिडिओमध्ये 2 पॅराग्राफ पाहिलेले आहेत. यानंतरचा भाग आपण पुढील व्हिडिओमध्ये पाहणार आहोत.